Hello, second graders, and welcome back to Social Studies. Today in Lesson 8, we will be reviewing all that we've learned so far in Social Studies, and we're going to be taking a pop quiz. This is your opportunity to show off everything that you've learned in Social Studies since the beginning of the year. So let's get started. Okay, to start out, we're going to do a little Quizlet vocabulary review. So let's see how well you remember all of the terms that we've learned so far in Social Studies this year. All right, so here are our definitions up top, and down below is our word bank. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to read a definition. Then I'll count down from 3 to 1. When I get to 1, I want you to call out what you think is the correct vocabulary word. Okay, you ready? Here we go. This helps people know what they should or should not do. Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Did you say rule? Let's see if you're correct. You are correct. Okay, how about this one? A member of a community, state, town, or county. Think about it. Is that a law, negative consequence, positive consequence, community, or citizen? Think and call it out in 3, 2, 1. Did you say citizen? I'm thinking citizen. Let's see if we're right. All right, we got that one right. Nice job. All right, let's see. When you break rules, you might receive this. Which of these words would go with this definition? Think and call it out in 3, 2, 1. Did you say negative consequence? Let's see if you're right. You are correct. Okay, how about this one? This is a newer vocabulary word. See if you remember. A rule made by government. We call that a law, positive consequence, or community. Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Did you say law? Let's see if that's right. You are right. It is a law. When you follow rules, you might receive this. What might you receive if you follow rules? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Did you say positive consequence? You're right. And last but not least, a place where people live, work, or play. Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Community. Great job, everyone. Now, in our last lesson, we talked about what good citizens do. Do you remember some examples of things that good citizens do? See if you can name 3 things that good citizens do. I challenge you. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to play some music and start a timer. So when the time is up, see if you were able to name 3 different things that good citizens do. Ready, set, go. Were you able to come up with 3 different things that good citizens do? If you were, congratulations. Let's take a look now at some examples that we learned in our last lesson of what good citizens do. I wonder if you came up with any of these examples. Okay, I'm going to read through each of these bullet points. Will you read through them with me? Here we go. Respect property. Clean up litter. Save energy. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Think about how their actions affect others. Share with people who need help. Go to school or work. Learn about their government. Write letters to their government. Take part in government. Volunteer. Learn about their community or country's history. And last but not least, I added this one in. It wasn't talked about much in the video, but I think it's an important one, and it goes along with, this one here, take part in government, and that's vote. Citizens are able to participate in their government's decisions by voting. Were you able to come up with any of these examples on your own? If you were, give yourself a pat on the back. And there are probably some other things too that I didn't list here that you might have thought of. Nice job, everyone. Now, we have talked a lot about rules and laws, but why is it so important to follow rules and laws? Right now, would you tell somebody near you why it's important that we follow rules and laws? I came up with 2 reasons. See if you could come up with 2 reasons too. If you're at home, I want you to tell somebody in your house, or you could tell your pet or your teddy bear or your imaginary friend. If you're in school, I want you to tell somebody that's sitting next to you. Why is it important to follow rules and laws? I'll give you 10 seconds. Ready, set, turn and talk. One, two, three, eyes on me. Okay, so let's see if you came up with the same reasons that I came up with. I said, well, rules and laws help us to get along. They help us to get along with others, right? That's one reason why we follow rules and laws. Now, keep in mind, sometimes laws are changed over time. Sometimes there are laws that later on people realize, oh, this wasn't a fair law, and then citizens help to have those laws changed. But we follow laws and we follow rules to help us to get along with others. What else? They keep us safe. That's right. Do you remember how we watched that video with Officer Buckle and he had all of those safety tips? And remember what happened when nobody was following those safety tips? Yeah, it was pandemonium. Lots of people were getting hurt, and the whole school basically turned into a disaster. Remember, I think the principal fell off of the chair. Oh my goodness, it was such a mess. So rules and laws, they help to keep us safe. All right, now it's time for you to show off everything that you've learned in social studies so far this year. It is time for our pop quiz. So make sure that you have those pencils out and ready. Going to pull up the quiz and I will read through it with you and then you'll take it on your own. All right, second grade citizens. So here is our social studies pop quiz, our very first social studies quiz of the school year. How exciting. We get to show off everything that we have learned so far. So this first part of the quiz says use the word bank to answer questions 1 through 6. We have our word bank here with all of our words. Let's read them together. Ready? It says citizen, rule, community, negative consequence, positive consequence, law. Then we have our definitions. Let's read through them. Don't start yet. We're just going to read through them together. When you break a rule, you might receive this. So you would choose what you think is the correct answer. And then I want you to circle that word that you just chose. I want you to circle the word or the words that you chose. And I need you to write them on this line. Write the word or words on the line. Okay? By circling it, that's going to really help you to know, oh, I already used this word, so it's probably not the answer to another one of these. That's a little test-taking trick that will help you. Okay, now number 2, when you follow the rules, you might receive this. Again, you're going to choose what you think is the right vocabulary word, circle it, and then write it here. Number 3, helps people to know what they should or should not do. Number 4, a place where groups of people live, work, or play. Number 5, a member of a community, town, state, or country. Number 6, a rule made by government. Okay, so after you're done with that part, we're going to go on to this next part. Let's see, so the next directions say, answer questions 7 and 8 in a complete sentence. So remember, everyone, a sentence needs to start with a capital letter and end with punctuation. Don't forget that, okay? So it says, write an example of one thing that good citizens do. So you'll say, good citizens, da-da-da-da-da-da, and you'll give an example of something that a good citizen does. Number 8 says, why is it important to follow rules and laws? So you're going to give your reasons for why it's important to follow rules and laws. And then for questions 8 through 11, it says, write one rule for each place. So think of some rules that we have in school. Think of some rules that we have at home. And think of some rules or laws in our community. Good luck, everyone. You are so prepared for this. So get ready to show off all that you know. I'll see you next time.